This is Europe's biggest arms fair, and Middle East Eye is not allowed in. So here we are at Europe's biggest arms fair, the Defence and Security Equipment International, an event held in London every 2 years. Around 35,000 people are expected to attend during the 4 days of the event. The 68 different countries who've been invited include a number of countries that the British government describes as being of human rights concern. They include Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Israel, Uzbekistan and Colombia. Meanwhile, there are 1,600 arms companies, defence companies, exhibiting their wares in the building just behind me here. They're showing off helicopters, tanks, missiles, small arms.
What's happening in there is negotiations. What's happening in there is that deals are being made. And some of the world's most repressive regimes have come to London to do these deals. Right now there are UK-made fighter jets flying over Yemen. They are dropping UK-made bombs and firing UK-made missiles. And it has created the worst humanitarian crisis in the world today.
Government figures show that the UK has licensed more than £6 billion worth of licences for arms sales to the Saudi-led coalition since the war began 4.5 years ago. Just last week, the United Nations also warned that the United Kingdom and the United States might be complicit in war crimes through supplying weapons to the Saudi-led coalition.
There's been a court case that describes the issuing of licences to the coalition that is destroying Yemen and the suspension of those licences according to the court. I asked BAE whether it changed anything around the current work that they're doing for Saudi Arabia. They said not one bit.
So this is BAE, the UK's largest arms manufacturer and largest arms exporter, major exporter to the Saudi-led coalition. The courts have ordered a review of the licences, but they're saying that they're not going to, that it won't impede them at all.
They said the current rulings impede them not one bit. They will be able to continue to supply not only weapons, but also the servicing of all of those items.
Middle East Eye was told last week that I was being barred from the event. I wasn't given a reason. I was simply told that I was being barred at the insistence of the event's security advisors. When I queried this, the security advisors suggested that my work wasn't relevant to the arms fair. I pointed out that I've been a journalist for more than 35 years, I've reported on 6 wars, and I work for Middle East Eye. I can't see how I could be any more relevant. This has been taken up by the Council of Europe, which is a continental-wide human rights organisation, who's described the banning of journalists from this arms fair as having a chilling effect on media freedom.